Everybody, Dragon here. About 7 o'clock in the morning, it's more like 6:54, 55, you know. And we're back here where I did the Promote to Create video where I talked about, you know, inspiring people to do whatever they want, and I think it did quite well. So, I liked the video anyways. It's currently July 14th, 13th? 1 to 2. So, let's see, about 3 to 4 days. And birthday. I should probably put this out. There won't be any 4th of July special, like fireworks. There will be a 4th of July special though, like where me and Dylan will be talking and all that, so there will be that, but there won't be fireworks because I plan on doing it, but my camera just kept on recording and it was no phone, but it just was a whole bunch of it was horrible. So no, but I will do a thing. Kind of like, you know, St. Patrick's Day and all that. But it's July, the best time of the year. I'm dying. I'm giving up my life for 99 cents. No, not really. I did actually do a video earlier, yesterday. That one will be coming out because it was just, let's just say this didn't do the best. It was, something. It was something. Well, I mean, it's just not really worth it. But we're here. It's nice. Am I going crazy? Nope, I'm not going crazy. Well, actually, I am crazy, but I was seeing something. I thought I saw a hay bale coming down the road, but it wasn't. It was like, look, the sun was shining on just perfectly to where it's shining. Which, like, how can hay bale shine? Well, because I don't know. I am not a plant biologist. I am a dimension specialist. I know everything there is to know. And I can, well, everything that is available to know. Dimensions are the most complicated thing in the world. You know what? That's what we're going to do now. We're going to talk about dimensions. I want to teach you all you guys, about dimensions. That way, when you go to school again or to a friend's place, you can wow them with your acknowledgement of something that probably still, well, it's not proven, but I call it is proven in a sense. That isn't proven, but it is true. So, let's start from basic dimension 101. Not the dimension, but, you know. The dimension theory states anything is, well, they're actually a whole bunch bigger, but, the dimension theory states, sorry. Anything that is possible or impossible is proven and exists. Which basically states that, like, you know, anything that you could think of really exists. And also, what happens is, you know, nothing's impossible, basically. Now, for those religious people, so I don't get on their nerves or certain people, there are exceptions. Gods exist kind of outside of that. They exist no matter what. But their religion or their influence, I guess you could call it, not sure what you want me to call it, may not exist in that dimension, in a sense. So, Yeah, don't say, oh, so in one, they exist, period, period. Lesser gods don't really, but, like, bigger gods, they exist no matter what. Now, their influence or the religious, about the religion, may not exist because it's not present, which, it's a thing. But dimension theory, also another thing is, let's say, let me think of something here. Okay, let's say it was October 21st. A good old day, right? And let's say that is news. Let's say there's going to be a huge ice storm that was just going to be horrible. Let's say that failed, and like everyone said. But as it failed, and another dimension popped up as soon as it failed. One popped up where it happened. Basically what it's saying is no matter what happens, it will happen between our ears. Which is very hard. It's kind of like the multiple worlds thingy. Can't remember what it was. Someone did did some more detail into it. You can find them on YouTube. I can't remember. But the same thing with dimensions, only it's a little more extensive, I guess you can say. Because the hell was that? Because when a new dimension pops up, it opens many new things. It's kind of thing. It also happens when you die. When you die, there's a world where you didn't, and technically, it's kind of weird because one of the things I've been trying to figure out is if when you die, does that mean you're done, or is there like a dimension where you just restart or reincarnation, which very hard to tell, but yes. Now, dimensions actually are a very different type of, for those people that are like, the 4 stages of matter, For anyone who doesn't know, liquid, solid, liquid, gas, plasma. Dimensions consist of a very weird state of matter, which is none of those. It's actually, it's not even really named. I call it Felic stage of matter, which Felic is literally just okay, no, I remember. Sorry, I was getting off track. It consists of essence, the essence of life, which is really weird. Which really isn't a state of matter, but it is a form of it, I guess you could say. It's not the essence of it, really. It's the essence of life. So it's not exactly a stage, but it's a form of matter. Man, it's a lot. So, it's kind of weird. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, well, how do you get dimension? There are 5 ways. The first way, which isn't really accessible, is, as you know, we go far out of space, you can see more galaxies and all that. What you need to go is you need to go to the farthest edge is where you're going into basically what, like the fabrics of time and space. When you go there, that's where the dimensions exist. Because dimensions are they're such bundle of, okay, you can't really destroy a dimension, but theoretically, you can. And when a dimension explodes, it'll wipe out entire galaxies. It would demolish them. Like, there'd be nothing left. It will literally erase matter itself. Which makes a whole conversation, and people are like, well, you know what, science contradicts itself all the time, so it contradicts itself all the time, so be mad at science. Anyways, as I was saying, you must go there, and that's where you can enter the dimension. Now, dimensions there are stable. They will stay stable because they're not put under certain laws like we hear on Earth and other worlds. The second way is to make a dimension portal. Now, we have the technology. It's just very confusing how to make one, and plus, even after you do, you don't know how to set it. Ugh. You don't know how to set it to where you want to go, which dimensions can be color fine, but over here, it'll just make up. Plus, after that, you need to stabilize it, which, to stabilize it, there are many different ways. There are a stabilization by putting electricity into to stabilize it, otherwise anything that goes through will be literally just killed. It will be turned inside out and die. The second way is to throw a crystal, metal, or diamond into it, which people could call a diamond a crystal, but I'm talking about amethyst, sapphires, ruby, those flavors, not diamond. The tungsten, if you're gonna use metal, tungsten is probably the best. If you're gonna use a crystal, amethyst probably will be the second best. I'm not sure what the first one is. But if you're going to use diamond, the best diamond to use would be a blue, clear-ish diamond. Like where it's blue, but it's sort of clear at the same time, so that would be the best. Next way too is what is called an it's called I don't know how to put it. It's an unstable travel dimension, which is not unstable in the fact that it's unstable because it's stable as can be, and it can't be stabilized anymore or any less, but it doesn't have, it's unstable, it can't maintain, will be able to just pop in and out. Now luckily we live on the Earth where open dimension here is, if we did, we'd all be dead, basically, because they erase matter. Period. Just as soon as it opens, it will suck anything within a 10 feet radius, and once it goes, it will erase matter. Now, after a while, the matter will come back due to, certain laws. The fourth way, which these next two are unconventional and not very safe. The next way is to, okay, sorry, I thought I was smoking. I was like it. Next way is to do a ritual. It's in for you, summon something, which those dimensions you can't really travel through, but possible still. And then the third way is to open, which is a very bad way, is to open a black or white dimension portal, which dimensions come in all various different colors, and it's something crazy. But black and white dimensions are literally flat. They are flat, kind of like, if you imagine like Rick and Morty. The only difference is they don't pop on walls or whatever. Now, the reason why these are very bad ways is, this is a whole nother thing. There are what we call hold on one second. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Sorry, I can't remember the names for the other ones. Damn it. But, I can't remember. But I'll just use the name for it is the night people and the morning people. Which actually that's all. Now I remember. It's the lightens, and the darkens. The lightens are a little bit better because they don't exactly want to kill. They want to just control. They're like what you call they're be like I don't know what you call it. It'd be like where everyone is monitored. Like anyone that's played like Half-Life, be like that. Half-Life 2. Be like that, exactly. Only a lot more control. Now Darkens, they want to just cause chaos. Pure chaos. They want to can take over whole worlds and just turn them into more darkness and all that, and then just, turn all the people into them. Which I do not recommend even opening a dimension on this Earth. Try the moon. The moon's much more stable. Or this Earth that I know of is very bad opening dimensions. Trust me, I tried. Did not go well. Did not go well. It started, you can see a little spark in it, and then just exploded. Sparks went everywhere. That's when I got hit in the face. Now, I'll tell you one more thing, so you guys don't get absolutely bored to death with this whole video. One of the most important things you need to know about dimensions is that there's something called the C dimension. Said dimension, which you can probably guess, has all these little, connections to all the other dimensions. Now, until previously, I learned there are multiple C dimensions. Before, there's just this one C dimension, and if the C dimension is cracked, or damaged, or just exploded, every dimension will just die. Which, that just causes a whole bunch of bad things. Now, there's a very chance sometime in the future, later down, once dimensions reach, it's possible that if two dimensions will create what we call multi-dimension, which will have multiple different dimensions inside of one dimension. Well, in a sense where, imagine there's two Earths, and they're kind of collided together, but they didn't exactly, so they merged. So it looked kind of like I don't know, it looked kind of weird. You can't really draw it out. But they merged together, so there's just this giant circle connection kind of connecting them two. And that's what would happen. So until previously that was known. And also, it says it. Also, I plan to do a little interview to Crazy, the other side of me, which is just something else. Squirrel. Hello, squirrel. Hello, squirrel. Bye, squirrel. Which, Crazy's the fun. So, this is Dragon saying, be crazy.